I just wanted to come and share with you guys what it was like on week 7 of my fasting experiment that I've been doing now. This is an 8-week experiment I've been trying to do because I've heard mixed thoughts on fasting when it came to carnivore. And some of the things that I have heard, obviously that you've probably heard too, is that fasting can be good for getting troubled fat areas. It can also be good for loose skin. It certainly has helped me to trim up in the face, and I've trimmed up a little bit in my waist area, but I'm still struggling with these pockets back here that just don't want to seem to go away no matter what I've done. Even the slimmest I've been, I still had a little bit back here that I was just frustrated with. Why do I have these love handles that I've had all my life? I guess it's just something I may have to live with, but I'm giving it that best shot. And then next week we're going to take a close look and see if there's been any change in the 8 weeks of doing these 4 days of eating, 3 days of fasting every week. So I guess somebody told me they're called rolling 3-day fasts, but that's what I've been doing, and we're going to see how that comes out. I didn't get a chance to check my ketones this past weekend because I ran out of keto strips on my Keto Mojo. For those of you who are asking how I've been tracking all these things, I've been using a Keto Mojo. I like the Keto Mojo because it does both ketones and glucose at the same time. Put a little smoked salt on these steaks before I stick them in the sous vide. And as you can see, I got another haul of rib roast here from Publix. This is my 7th visit to the store to pick up 2 rib roast and get them cut into ribeye steaks. So I'm looking forward to having plenty of ribeye for the next few months to supplement some of the meat that I get from the cow that I buy whole. I have a lot of burger left over from that, and I have a few of the less choice cuts like the eye of round and a few other things left in there. So I like to have some ribeyes. Thank goodness for Publix's Christmas sale. I would not be surprised to see that going on for another week, but today is technically the last day, so I wanted to make sure I got plenty of them. But if they're going to have more, I plan to get more, because it is hard to adjust to these prices in this crazy economy right now. I can say this about fasting. I'm tired of it. I'm ready to be done with these fasting periods and maybe make them a little bit less regular. I do like the concept of fasting. I like what it does for my overall attitude. I like how it's kind of cleansing for the body. It gives you a chance to clean out your need for things all the time, to be able to say no to something that you would normally want to say yes to. But at the same time, I don't know that I'm seeing enough change from all the extra work that I'm doing to cut out eating the foods that I love to really find the benefit that I've been told I would find. I will say that the ketosis side has been wonderful. I just got a new pack in this week, and now that I'm well over the period where Thanksgiving kind of threw me off a little bit when I ate some sugar that day, and it was nice to be able to learn that about sugar and the effects, the longer effects that it had on my body. I mean, it took me a good 9 days to really get over that 100%, but I'm hitting those numbers like I was before, hitting the 3s and higher in the ketone levels, which means I'm in a heavy state of ketosis, and that ketosis is what is so good for the body's overall repairing of mitochondrial damage and cellular damage to help you overcome the insulin resistance. So it's been something to really track and see how this is working as far as giving me total body healing. It's just also been a little bit of a letdown in what it's done for this area right here that I was hoping it was going to have a bigger effect on. But I'm not worried about that. I wanted to focus on what does this really do? Is it of any value? Is it as much value as they say it is? I think there's going to be some mixed results overall, but we'll find out soon. I also wanted to get a good look at how it affects muscle loss, because fasting is often said to cause muscle loss. Now obviously when you're in autophagy means self-eating basically, so your body is eating itself, but the question is, does it eat the fat? Does it eat the glucose? Does it eat the protein? The answer is yes to all of those things. It's going to eat whatever it can that's not being used. Anything that's being stored should go first, because our bodies are designed to use what's stored before they use what's being used. And that's one of the reasons why it's so important to maintain some resistance exercise training when you're doing fasting. And really, even when you're not doing fasting, I don't care who you are, a little bit of resistance training is going to help you, especially as a man, but even as a woman, because you got to keep those muscles in good use too. You got to be able to lift things. You got to be able to lift yourself, especially the older you get. That can become a problem. I've worked with the elderly before, and it's something that we often take for granted when we're younger, is our ability to bend over and pick things up and do things. Heck, I remember when I first started eating this way, I could barely bend over to get my own socks on without having to sit in the chair and then pull my leg up to one leg and all that other stuff. Now I can balance on one leg and do everything I need to do. Even at age 51, I'm feeling fantastic. But when I'm fasting, I'm careful to make sure that I'm making use of these muscles, because I don't want to lose what I've been able to build up in this short period of time. I've been able to put muscle on again like I did when I was a teenager, and I don't want to lose that because of fasting. Well, here after 7 weeks of fasting, and I'm not trying to flex or show off or anything like that. I know I'm not the best built guy in the world, but I'm pretty happy with the overall results of what I've got going on right now. And I haven't noticed any muscle loss in these 7 weeks. So I'm real happy about that, but I'm looking forward to wrapping this up. So it's coming soon. And oh, also for those of you who are wondering about this shirt I'm wearing, in case you can't see it, these are ribeye steaks for decorations on a Christmas tree. And instead of Merry Christmas, it says Meaty Christmas. This is a new shirt that I designed for Christmas this year. It is available in the merch shop. It's been there for a couple of weeks, but I just finally got my version of it in today, so you can see how it looks. So if you want something to show your love for carnivore eating, but you also want to let your folks know, your friends, your family, I'm going to be eating a certain way, and I am not trying to get in your face about it, but I am very happy about what this has done for me. This might be a great way that you can show some Christmas cheer and also let them know, yes, I'm going to be eating steak today. Yes, I'm going to be sticking to my carnivore way of eating, but I still love you guys, and I want to spend time with you, and I want to be with the family, and I want to be able to eat what's going to keep me healthy too. Plain and simple. Have a meaty Christmas. Meanwhile, I'm going to get started packing this meat up, and I'll see you guys next time.
If we pay extra, could we maybe get some grease or fat?
All right, that's the last of them. Everything you see in white are the ribeyes. Go pretty deep into this chest freezer. This entire side is packed with them. The only recent ones, the only ones that are not from that new batch, have blue tape on them, and I think they're up near here on the top. It's a beautiful thing when you're a carnivore and you have a full freezer. I wanted to try out this new skincare product that I bought on Amazon called Vintage Tradition. The whole food of skincare, a little goes a long way. Tallow from 100% grass-fed cows, cold-pressed extra virgin olive oil, therapeutic grade essential oils, cedar wood, ylang-ylang, lavender, and basil. As opposed to using chemical-based cream like this that I usually use after I shave, at least all the ingredients in here are natural. This stuff really does seem to go a long way. I like it. It's definitely soothing to my skin. It doesn't have the burning sensation that it had when I got out of the shower. Vintage Tradition. Might want to give it a try. Vintage Tradition even makes products for the ladies. My wife loves the Pretty Girly Tallow Balm.
Because it feels really good. And it smells really good.
I'll put a link in the description for this. Try it out and see what you think. I'll see you guys next time.